All right, technical issues, but we're here. We're here. So, anyways, hey everyone. First of all, thank you so much for being here and welcome to the Nepal-US AI Hackathon 2025. So, this is an event we're hosting for almost 200 Nepali techies from 47 different states, including our participants, mentors, judges, keynotes, and our workshop lead, including our partners. Now, I might not be able to see most of you, but hopefully everyone's clapping behind the screens. And by the way, like drop where everyone's from, so at least I know some people are listening to me. All right, so I'm gonna give a couple of seconds because I want to see if people are actually listening to me right now. Okay, there we go. Boston, we got Dallas, Texas, Texas. Oh wow, a lot of people from Texas. So, anyways, I know everyone's excited to get started, so I won't take too much of your time, but did want to touch upon three quick things. One is a little bit about NSA Boston, two, how and why this hackathon started, and what we want to achieve from this. Right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Shrey, the founder and president of NSA Boston, and we started this organization to connect and empower Nepali students, professionals, and executives in Boston. But judging by how things are going, it seems like we have definitely expanded or scaled our impact. What does my team say? Yeah? Raise your hands because I can only see you guys. Okay, there we go. So before we move forward, I just wanted to share a little bit of my story on how everything started. So when I came to the US 2018 as a freshman at Bentley University, quickly realized that I was the only Nepali student in my university, which means that first year I had zero Nepali friends, right? So yeah, I did feel a little disconnected, and it is what it is. But fast forward from then to 10 months ago, I hosted this backyard party for 50 of my friends and friends of friends. So the next morning I woke up and a little hungover, if I'm being honest, and I thought to myself, what if I threw an event for just Nepali students in Boston so that they don't have to go through what I went through? I know. So on November 24th, we hosted our first event for 40 Nepali students in Boston. And fast forward from then to now, in 10 months, we've hosted close to 20 events for almost 1,500 Nepali students, professionals, and executives. So anywhere from panels, mixers, workshops, speaker series, cocktail night. I know Pragya's been, no, didn't attend. Ashmi's been to the cocktail night. Subhash has been to the cocktail night. So pretty much every different kind of event you can think of, we've done it, right? So now I know you guys might be wondering, Ki, how did you go from throwing backyard parties and these mixers to hosting the first national AI hackathon for Nepali techies in the US? So here's how it all happened. So about 3 months ago, I had just launched my podcast called NSA Media. On the second episode, Matse, I interviewed this very smart girl. Okay, recently graduated from MIT, an advisor for the Nepali Woman Plus in computing, and now works as an AI product manager for this biotech firm. Ani, most of you might know her as the co-chair for the Nepal US AI Hackathon 2025, Pragya Nyopani. Pragya, say hi. Ani, obviously me being me, I was like, Pragya, like how did you get into MIT and all these top different companies, right? And she said, right off the bat, he was attending her first hackathon. Titi I had no idea what a hackathon was, I'll be honest. So she tells me this story. She was like freshman year of school, um, Mississippi ma, no car, right? Barely knew what a hackathon was, but somehow they managed their way to get a car, and her and a few of her friends basically drove 8 hours, right? 8 hours to Dallas, and then attended this hackathon. So 2 hours of sleep, 48 hours ma, coded side by side with all these different strangers, and he ended up winning. And I'm sitting there like, damn, you know? Um, but what really hit home was she said that few 48 hours really helped shape her entire career. And not because of the project itself, but because of the people she met, right? The confidence she gained and the clarity she walked away with. So that was the moment when Pragya and I was like, okay, what do you think about the Nepal USA Hackathon? And that's how the idea basically came, right? An event that's not just for connection or inspiration, but like an event that can actually promote collaboration and activation. But you got the heat say, obviously we did stumble upon some roadblocks because I was like, okay, I understand there's like hundreds of hackathons that's happening every year, right? All these big companies, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, they're running this. So what makes a hackathon that some people who's never hosted hackathons special? Are you guys curious? Let me see the chat if you're still engaged. If you're curious, say you're curious. Let me read the chat. Curious. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me tell you why, right? This hackathon is so special because it's tailored specifically, I'm going to repeat it again, it's tailored specifically for the Nepali tech community in the US, meaning everyone, right? Participants, mentors, judges, keynotes, partners, everyone is Nepali. And not just from Boston, but Nepalis from across the US together in one space. Um, I know I can't see or hear people, but I hope you're clapping again, eh? Um, but anyways, so while we were planning this hackathon, I was talking to a couple of my friends, and they were like, "Oh, isn't it just a competition? Isn't it like Hunger Games? Isn't it like Shark Tank?" So that's when we started thinking, okay, if we are doing this hackathon, we can just make it into a competition, but we have to make it into some sort of a launchpad that provides real outcomes. So think of connections that last beyond this weekend. I know. Hands-on experience you can showcase in jobs, grad schools, interviews, mentorship from Nepalis from top different companies. So Google, Microsoft, McKinsey, World Bank, and all these different companies learn from judges and keynotes. We have like amazing keynotes that's talking today, right? Who founded multi-million dollar companies. I mean, yes, prizes are there too, but um, more than prizes, I think it's the confidence that you build something meaningful together with not just anyone, but everyone who's Nepali in the US. So that was the vision. Before I move forward, like, what do you guys think of the vision? Chat, ma. I feel like I'm a streamer right now saying chat. Okay, so that was the vision, but of course, none of this would have been possible without an incredible team behind the scenes. So I want to give like some quick shout outs. Um, okay, let me see. So Pragya, who's the co-chair, we have my sweet sister Suvasha, who's the head of marketing. We have Ashmi, who helped with the outreach and communications. Ritu and Suryodaya, who helped with the logistics. And last but very, very, very important, our advisor Sanjay Dai, who not just supported this vision since day one through mentorship or guidance, but also personally sponsored the three prize monies through his education fund called Joonkiri Project to make this hackathon possible. So Sanjay, Dai, I know you're somewhere there. I don't see you, but thank you very much from me and the entire team. Eh? So
No worries.
with that Sanjay?
Yep.
Dai?
Happy to be part of the hackathon here today.
Thank you. So with that, just wanted to conclude my rant by saying this weekend it's not a weekend just about competing. I know it's about learning, it's about building, it's about dreaming big where you're showing the world what Nepali talent in the US can do when we come together. So with that, I don't know, I feel like I'm like Barack Obama, but I'll hand it over to our MC Ashmi, who's gonna walk you guys through what the hackathon's gonna look like in terms of schedule, Ani, just what the night's gonna look like. All right, so thank you, Ani, for everyone here. Let's make history this weekend. Woo!
Woo! I'm just gonna clap for you, Shrey. Thank you so much for that amazing, wonderful introductions.